It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 12. Here we go.
Play action. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Kill.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3. And it brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Reload. 31. Check 31. Safe.
They go play action now. Wilson going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
15 line. Nice, sweetheart. Deuce. Check 4.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette.
Get there.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a second and 3. Fournette running right. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. Third down here.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch the safety creep. 19. Switch. Watch the ship. Alert. Ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the edge. Kill.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is Harris. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Check 24.
Hey, rock it.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Check. 3 down. Yeah.
Fournette, a first down carry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
On the ready. 6-6. Pull it high.
Watch the out.
Hey, seam 6. Shoot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. Here's Minshew. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, running with Cohen.
Check 9.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson flush to his right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check. Lucky. He's coming. We got double up.
From the shotgun, Wilson rolling to his right. Going for Metcalf on. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. On 2nd and 9, Minshew. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
All day, baby, all day.
Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They begin with a run by Fournette. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now Leonard Fournette, and an alley to run. He's got daylight. 30. Touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. This is Cohen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. And able to haul it in is Kittle. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
First down.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Motion.
After the sack on first down, Wilson, and he's going to go down again. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
We coming all day.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Ship.
Gun.
Sponge.
All go special.
Fresno.
Gun, 4 down.
Check 99.
Draw play, Cohen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. Powers through. Able to avoid him. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's go, D.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Friday.
Play action. Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
You go tight.
They go play action with Wilson. The 20. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
He's coming. Double up. Hey. He's coming. Double up.
Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Watch a slat. Watch a slat.
Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They've been stopped twice at the 1. Can they finally break through on 3rd and goal?
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that.
Again, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight ends.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And he's into the clear. 20, 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Don't get nervous.
On second down, this is Harris.
Rush in.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Able to find Harris, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Trick pass.
Pilot, 64. Hit it.
They go play action here on first down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And a huge play that time. 54 yards.
Go. 70, Indy. Rock it. Get it.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a second and goal.
Bang.
Now Minshew. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Out of the gun is Minshew. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal.
The kick by Lambo is good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Check.
Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
the 12.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
They turn to the fullback, Gillespie, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Got it. Recon, 132 fighter.
Let's go. Strong right. Strong right. Strong. 4 down.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Hey,
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back to throw. Stevens. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now Wilson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Buying time to his left. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
Let's go, fellas.
The end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Diablos 23, Seahawks 12.
Here we go, D. Get
Alert.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 48. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Out.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
touchdown.
It's their quarterback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson going for the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Sean Davis with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Come on, guys.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Let's go!
Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Check 31, check 31.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. George Kittle with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. To throw again is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Seahawks 27.
A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Lambo on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score at Diablo's 37. Seahawks 27.
Oh, did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Minshew, 1st and 10. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 45 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
A 51-yard gain. And the London first down.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Here's Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you